Morning. We are the second month of the year. February is Black History Month, and it's kind of why I wanted to say hi real quick. My name is Tasha. I'm Canadian. I happen to be, what I am, a black woman. If is the apparent first, thing that comes up because it's true. I'd say that just being me, regardless of my skin color, regardless of anything, I tend to be introverted. Try not to take too much space. Try not to take too much time. I want to just do this. Can I just 2 minutes? Just a question. This is what I think, but that's just my opinion. Blah blah blah. Minimizing, and the wording and the way I come up in the space, in the meeting, in the room, at the table, in the conversation. And I'm not really apologetic in the sense of like, oh, sorry, sir, I just, but the way I come across and the way I was speaking was definitely this way. So, as much as I can say that taking a space, coming in with your head high is important, I'm also very aware that it's a shift that has to happen, not just because of who I am, me, little me, but I think that it's also like a growth thing of being a young person, becoming more and more comfortable in speaking for yourself, towards issues, towards how you think, what you feel, your thought process is, if you understand with the other person or the group and how you connect with the idea or what they're sharing, etc., etc. So listen, I think the next part of you will explain a bit more the rest of this. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of times I apologize too much. There's a lot of time I speak up and I'll be very like, oh shit, man, why did I say that? Or simply I'll say whatever and I have to like work up the courage to speak up. I have to work up the courage to say whatever I have to say. And so, is it because I'm a bit shy or introverted? Perhaps. Maybe yes. We're not gonna lie to ourselves. But it's more that like regardless of what your current traits are, there's a lot of different tools you can implement in how you speak to yourself and in how you work your courage up to speak up, whether it's in a meeting, in an open space type of thing, whether, whatever it is, even if it's just a one-on-one, you're just texting with people, you're calling, you're having an interaction. Um, I defined myself as an awkward person for the longest time. So, and I know for a fact that I was, and I kind of didn't care. I was like, I don't have anything to say, so I'm not going to say anything. Silence makes people uncomfortable. I was very nerdy, is the truth. I would read a lot. So the way I would speak was very, like, not casual. And so it would make people like, why are you talking like you're doing a lecture? And there was the other extension of it where I used to mostly hang out with people my own age, or people I didn't know. So as much as I did have some level of vocabulary, I was very casual. And when it came to going in spaces where I was with board of directors or uh, industry type meetings where we're talking about statistic, data, marketing, investments, the wording, like the words and the turns of phrases used were very different. And there was definitely an adjustment period where I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen and go home and YouTube and go on Merriam-Webster and search for definitions because people around me don't speak this way. As much as we have a plethora of opportunities nowadays, like you can just go on the internet and take a job from home with Wi-Fi. Any job, even if it's just customer service, representation of a company, they're going to offer you training of how to acknowledge whatever a customer is telling you, how to uh, share the information that answers their questions, and how to, empathize if they're going through something, or if a product or service didn't match the expectation and they're upset or angry or frustrated, or they had to wait a long time. There's different ways in the tone of voice you're going to use and the words you're going to choose that are going to have an effect on how this person is going to react favorably, positively to you, or is going to be aggravated and even more pissed and just like have a general negative experience. So listen, whether you're trying to grow your skills because of work opportunity, whether you're trying to level up in terms of the different crowds you may have access to because, or simply actually being in a space, in a headspace where you can stand tall, get your head high, and have more and more confidence in that what you said didn't make sense, that what you said was valuable and constructive, and that whatever you are saying, you're saying what you think. There's sometimes like a disconnect with how you think and how it comes out of your mouth, and you're just like, that sounded way better, like in my head. So yeah, hopefully in the next few weeks is what I want to do. In the next few weeks, I want to do something like have a one pager PDF that you can just download with tools that you're like, oh, okay, I want to learn about this, and it's there. Because I feel like that's constructive. A lot of the interviews nowadays are more and more actually on video form. So the more prepared you can be, the more comfortable you are of like just being able to state who you are, what are your strengths, what do you think you can bring to a role, whatever that may be, the opportunity or the connection. I don't know what you're trying to do. The better for you. The more your tongue is a weapon, and it can yield or it can build. So let's build. Is that a nerd thing to say? Yes, it is. Stay blessed.